Now, what's up, people? I still was going to notice that pre-market the NIO stock price is up 6%. This comes after, obviously, we read that China and the United States of America, they've came to agree to slash the tariff that they were imposing on each other. We know now that the United States of America has reduced or cut off the tariffs from 145% to now 30%, whilst China has cut off their tariffs to now 10%. So the two parties have agreed that this is how it will go. They are going on a freeze, or they won't do anything in the next coming 3 months, which is something that is great, something that is absolutely amazing. And it is for that reason that obviously Chinese equities or most stocks, they are on a green today. I did say on Friday, if those of you that watch the video, I think last or second last video I did, to say that look, today we can expect to see a massive green day, and finally to see this happening, I think you and me can agree that it's just absolutely crazy. I mean, have a look there. Leodo, it's up 5.6% pre-market. Then we've got Xpeng up around 7.9% pre-market. We also have got Rivian is up 4% pre-market. You've got Lucid up 3.5% pre-market. When you go to Zika is up 2.2% pre-market. Tesla finally it's up 7.7% pre-market. All this is because the two strongest economies, they've come to an agreement to slash tariffs and pause and in the next 90 days. So during these 90 days, the two countries will be interacting with one another and try to find a permanent solution, because investors were not liking this. This is part of the reason why shares of NIO has been on a down trend, or has been going down quite sharply. And ladies and gents, seeing that there is a solution, it is good for NIO specifically. I mean, NIO, before even the tariff increase coming from the United States of America or coming from President Trump, NIO has been that stock that has been struggling share price wise. NIO, it is the most, or it's one of the most shorted stock in the New York Stock Exchange, and that comes with no doubt because it is a stock that a lot of the retail investors are talking about, and we are owning this stock because we know that blue sky is coming. So of course, because of its potential, short sellers will target this stock because they want to take off or remove all the weak hands from this stock. But in the long term, we know that blue sky is still coming. So seeing this NIO up 6% pre-market, I must say I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Things could be so massive for NIO today after we read some massive news to say that finally there's a deal that has been struck, and both countries are deciding to slash the tariffs which they've been imposing on each other, and we will see, of course, things becoming much better. I am very much happy about this. Previous video we're talking about what President Trump saying, to say that they want to open, or he wants to open the Chinese companies to do business in the United States of America. I mean, he saw that these tariffs are not working, and therefore, honestly, it has been a long time coming, because regardless of the tariffs that the United States of America or Trump has been imposing to China, what we saw is that China still reported some pretty good, decent figures from the export. Their export to various countries outside of China grew by 8.1%. This is what we covered over the weekend. The Chinese economy in Q1 grew by 5.4%, which again, it's something that is pretty decent. So tariffs don't are actually not working, I suppose, to China. And this, my friends, it's one thing that I think it made it even easier for China to go and negotiate with this in hand, because I think the kind of harm that the US was expecting fell short. I must say, they would never thought China will still be doing the way they are doing in terms of their economy after they imposed the tariffs. It looks like things are still moving, and therefore I think it makes it easier for solutions to come, because if it was not the case, I think the US was going to press even further, or they were going to probably propose something that obviously would make China to hurt more. This is something that we are reading today, and because of all this, we are seeing the Chinese EV stocks, the Chinese equities, on a green today. Who knows? We can go double digits, which will be so great, man, if we can just see NIO recovering by at least over 10%, because it's been a long time coming, man. I mean, one of the things that we have been seeing coming from NIO, if the latest developments that we saw NIO announcing recently, the massive success that we saw NIO doing, the massive sub-brand launch that we saw NIO, of course, introducing, and what just the future holds on to NIO, I have no doubt in my mind that in just the last month alone, NIO could have went up by 2 times or by 100% if it was a US stock. But because it's a Chinese stock, Chinese equity, and because of this tariffs that were just hovering all over or between China and the US, no kinds of rewards that NIO got from the market, regardless of the massive demonstration they did in the Shanghai Auto Show, regardless of the Envoy L90 launch in the auto show, and all that don't mean nothing. The good deliveries we saw in April, all that meant nothing because the tariffs were still over the stock, right? But let's wait, let's see now. I mean, the new CEO promised us something very, very interesting, or said something very interesting about the upcoming quarters when you look into the NIO earnings. And he said, from Q2, we should expect things to be better for NIO. From Q2, things will become better for NIO, which is something that is great, because this tells us or shows us that, of course, we need to brace ourselves for what's coming, because what is going to happen is that with the more NIO, with these more new models being launched, it's just going to result in NIO being able to deliver more deliveries, which will be so great, so amazing. And boy, I must say, I cannot wait to see. I cannot wait to see. And someone was reminding me that I said, month of May, we are going to see an all-time high. I still stand by that. Still think that NIO can be able to deliver an all-time high this month, which if it comes like that, it's lights out. If it doesn't come like that, it's not going to be good at all, right? But me, I remain bullish, I remain long, I remain strong, because I know that blue sky is coming. Those that are persevering throughout the headings, the share price will most definitely be rewarded with time. I mean, this is good news, man. This, what we are seeing in the markets, is what we want to see almost every day on to NIO, because NIO has been that stock that has been dropped off in terms of the gains, because there is absolutely, it does not make no sense that Rivian is valued more than NIO. It does not make sense that Lucid is valued almost the same as NIO. It does not make sense for Xpeng to be valued 2 times the value of NIO. It does not make sense at all. So it's been a long time coming, right? And hopefully things continue to be better in terms of the share price. Hopefully NIO gets to prove to the market that indeed they are on a road to profitability. By Q4 they would have reached profitability, which is something that we want to see. And the NIO CEO, the good thing is that we'll start seeing some massive improvement onto NIO earnings from Q2, and therefore from Q2 we'll start closely monitoring and see how far NIO has become. Otherwise, that's all from me. Just thought I'd give you this quick update. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Blue sky is coming. Long term will win. Those that are persevering throughout the share price will most definitely be rewarded with time. Long term will win. That's all from me. I'll see you on the next one, and God bless you all.